It's final minute of trade left. It's been a good session. The Nifty's broken the jinx. We have ended at the high point of the day, conquered 18,000 mark on a closing basis, which is pretty good. Domestic-facing themes did well. Whether it was autos, whether it was cement, your Ultratech Cement and Eicher Motors, both of them were the top gainers on the Nifty. Mahindra and Mahindra as well chipped in with solid gains, but the day belonged to the HDFC twins. They came back in style today. And both of them, after being underperformers in this year, well, both of them have bounced back in style. Remember, in comparison to the headline index and other stocks, they've really not done too much. But today, they did bounce back. A couple of losers, Apollo Hospitals, well, that was a lone loser on the Nifty itself. From the broader markets, well, you had good gains. The mid-cap index started off a little bit slower, but it caught up as the session went by. You had the IT index that was a star, was up 1.5%. The Nifty Bank as well, that index in fact was a little bit of a slow starter but ended with a gain of around 0.8%, and just two stocks on the broader markets that reacted to their numbers. One was Intellector Design, stock ended down with a cut of more than 10%, and the other one was Bandhan Bank. In a strong session, both those two reacted negatively to their numbers. And Mangalam, plenty of action, right, in the broader markets?
Plenty of action in the broader markets, Nigel. Mid-cap index, towards the second half actually became the star of today's trading session. And in that, the stock that stood out on the way up was Nykaa, ended with a 20% upper circuit after seeing a serious amount of drubbing in all of last week and this month as well. So as we speak now, it's trimmed its losses for this month to just about 7% odd. Then we had a bunch of other stocks do actually, quite well. We did see some gains come by for a lot of these cement names in the mid-cap end of things. JK Cement did well. Dalmia Bharat was among the top gainers. And Trent as well as Indian Hotels also put in some gains along with a couple of these consumption discretionary names, Indian Hotels and United Spirits. From the broader markets, the stocks that did not do too well, apart from the names that Nigel mentioned, we had Satin Credit Care down almost 10%. We did see some cuts in names, which belong to the financial space. We had Shriram Transport, LIC Housing, Petronet LNG, all of them sitting with cuts of anywhere between 2 to 3%. But, we had more gainers than losers, and the quantum of gains were much higher than the quantum of losses, barring a couple of them which declined on account of results. So all in all, a good trading session for the frontline index, an even better trading session for the mid-cap end of things.
Well, before we wind down, on closing bell, we have a producer of our show, Smita. It's, effectively her last, time that she's rolling the show. So she's the one behind the scenes who supports us all through the show. And Smita, from the team of Closing Bell, we'd like to thank you for, supporting us for the last couple of years and putting the show together. Well, on that note, though, we'll have to wrap up on this edition of Closing Bell. You don't go anywhere. Our Monday special, Money, 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 comes up next.